Did you know that company any size around the world waste millions of dollars a year just for useless meetings, here and there and pop-ups all around? And regardless who you are, the company owner of this big enterprise, guy or C-level manager, department manager, any like employee, or if you even outside the company, just person outside from the street, so you can go and make money on it by fixing this simple thing. So stay with me. In the next 10 minutes, you'll know exactly how to fix it. My name is Alex, and I'm helping companies all around the world to fix their processes, automate their business, and make profit from it. So let's get down to it. So just imagine you're sitting on this another boring meeting, right? That passing like by all day long, and you just thinking like literally, we have like 5 people on this meeting, and why do I need these 2 or 3 people if like we all like 2 or 3 of us say can solve this, right? Or you find yourself useless on this meeting, and that's how it happens, right? So recently, actually, the Shopify, major e-commerce company, revealed the crucial study, right? When they uncovered that average 30 minutes meeting could cost a company around like $1,600. And it really depends on who the person in the meeting. It could cost company for each person a spent hour on this useless meeting, right? So if it's not meeting with a customer, so it could be from about $100 to like 2,000 if it's like a C-level or big boss in a company. And that's why they revealed the super cool tool that literally helps you to calculate. Super simple, right? So it's they did it like a Chrome plugin, right? That helps you to literally take the calendar, right, and literally see how much costs this meeting. And by checking how much cost each of these meetings, right, so you can straightforward see and evaluate how much money you waste, and try to estimate, does this meeting cost us, so we can handle it or we can just skip it. And by doing this, they plan to save like millions of dollars literally during the next year. I'm here to help you to build this simple automation in literally several minutes. Okay, so here you see this CNN Business article about this Shopify plugin that I implemented. So you see here, it's in each and every meeting, they will show this estimate costs, right, of this meeting. What I propose you to do is get such kind of automation, and you don't need to be like a developer, hire someone to build it for you. It will take literally about 15 minutes, maybe max, to build it from a scratch. You can definitely adjust it as you want and spend more time, but it's the basic could achieve even faster if you build it from scratch. But if you stay tuned, by the end of this video, I'll show you how to get the template and literally set up this automation in a matter of couple of probably minutes, right? Even with the registration account if you don't have any. So this what is my basic automation intended to do is check the meeting. So you see this the calendar, right? So I have, and here it has several things. So a couple of these meetings, like this one, the planning, and maybe this internal sync, is just the meetings like a useless meeting, right, that we potentially can avoid, right? So if we decide this is really useless, right? And some of them, like this one, the prospect, then probably this one, right, so partnership, and this one, the prospect, the product demo. So say these 3 meetings are important. So what does this automation literally, when you run it, it analyzes meetings for, say, next day or following day, or like today day, and then set up the logic, right, to calculate the cost for these meetings, so how much this costs for your company, and then do the different type of stuff. So basically we can say potentially create a report and send on our email, right, with a cost. So I want to get the report with a calculation of total cost of all meetings, right, each and every, with a link to say if I want to jump to and edit on my email every day. And also I want to set a cost for meetings that are only internal. So say this and this. And I will execute my automation right now, so you will see how this will work in reality. So as you may see here, my automation executed, and 2 meetings that are internal got a cost, right? That cost actually, because I said 1 hour in average, say 250, and we have 2 and also 2 people here. So this cost calculated based on these factors. And also, if I go to my email, I already got a report just now after the execution about these meetings, right? So we see a meeting, a cost, my cost, right, for this meeting, and then I see a link to if I want to just jump into meeting and do it. So for my automation, I use make.com, and you can get a link to get a new account with a 10,000 automation below in the description of this video, or you can simply type make.com if you want, right, and get a free account, but that will have just 1,000 operation per month for you. So you just, as soon as you open any of links, either you type or use my link, and then you click this button, get started free, right? And you just go with your Google or whatever account. Okay, and if you want to build it from scratch, next 10, probably 15 minutes will be dedicated to this. And let's jump to building our automation from scratch. Okay. So let's start to build our automation to solve this process and help companies save money, make some. So we starting here in our calendar, right, to think, okay, so what exactly I want to automate, how exactly I want to calculate my stuff, and I'll show you it's super simple. So basically, I have these events, right, I intentionally put them, a couple of them in front. You will see in a minute why I did this. So why I've done this. So basically, what I want to do, say every day, super easy stuff. I'm just checking the list of my events. I will count time, how much I spent on this event, and I will do some report, right? So get this daily, what events I have today, and how much this event will cost. So I may then go and check either I want to have this event or no. Is it like some important customer, just internal synchronous thing that I can just skip and save money on it. So as soon as you get an account, you should be able to see something like this, your dashboard. So you click this magic button, create a new scenario, and you go this way where we will select our modules to work. So my idea is to take a Google Calendar as a module. So you just type, click on an empty screen, type the Google Calendar, then you select your Google Calendar, and I will go with a search events. So this module I want to use to find all my events for particular time range, right? So to create a connection, you simply click a button, create a connection, and name your connection. So say I put demo calendar, okay, and then just sign with the Google, so you authorize access to your Google Calendar. Here we have our calendar that we want to use, okay? So with this one, I will simply get this screen, so allow access make to my Google Calendar, and now I have the connection. So I will go and select my primary calendar, whatever, which one you want to use, right? So what we need to determine here will be range, which we're going to check depending on your choice and your logic, and so you can select the whole week, month, and so my point is check it daily. So I will check the events daily. For this, I want to execute my scenario or automation every day, say 6 a.m. or 9 a.m. morning, and check everything from now until the end of the day, or at least like a business time day, right? So for this, you can just jump here. It's a date tab, and select now and put it in a start date. Then in the end date, we need to add some hours to this now, right? Time of check. So we just put now in here. I use my arrows on the keyboard. You can use mouse to put the cursor here. And then I just will add some hours to this now. Potentially, if you will check it 6 a.m., you can add 12 hours, right, until 6 p.m. Or whatever you want, you can put maybe more, 18 hours, 15 hours. So right now, I in the end of the day, so this is why I will just select, say, 10. So from 4 to 4 a.m., it's not a big deal. And because I'm going to schedule it for the morning, it should work. So 10 hours from now on, and I will schedule at once my automation this way. So days of the week probably will be the most relevant for you. So you select your business days, say, and the time. So I want to say go and run at, say, 8 a.m. every day. Okay, so it will run every day, 8 a.m. We'll check the events from now to 10 plus hours, and will return me them back. The limit, you can put yours, I can put 100. So if you expect to have 100 meetings per day, you can put 100 or less. Doesn't really matter. With a right click or magic play button, you can run scenario and see output. So there we got 3 events from now on, right, to next following 10 something. So let's see, probably just because we're super close to this one, and it might be discrepancy of the day, time, right, time zone and so on. So it picks 3 following events, which are, and we can see a summary here. So weekly team synchronization comes first, right? And then probably this marketing and this team and so on. So this is the marketing and this is the team onboarding call. Okay, so I will then do this type of thing. I want to create a summary, right? A summary of the stuff. And for this, you can just type aggregator, or you can just simply go click this button, tools, and select text aggregator. So with this text aggregator, I want to aggregate information about all of my events, where this text will be one piece, one example of this future event. And they will be aggregated, say, separated by new line and source. So I can put some new lines and then put the name of the event, for example. So literally type name and we're selecting the summary, this name of the event. Next row will be cost, right? Or price of my meeting with a $sign. So here we'll do some quick math. You go to this logical tab, right? So general function, logical function. So you click on this parentheses literally 2 times. I'll show you why, just because we need 2 of these guys. So you can remove the closing one for now. And we need 2 because we will do some math equations, and it will be, to not overlap this with the text and allow it calculated properly. We'll just put everything in parentheses. So first we start with a calculation of our event. So each event that we find here, we will calculate the time. It's a super simple, actually, not a big deal. So you just put end. And we need to subtract with the math operators. It's super important, use operators, the start of the event. So we literally take end minus start. This will give us a time difference or length of our event. So I close one parenthesis. So you see here, it highlights where it starts and where it ends. And now we need to do some additional math things. So this will return us length of our event in milliseconds. So what I need to do, you can just go with a 3600 by 1000 at once. I can show you like a longer but more self-explanatory way. So I do divide by 1000. This will return me as seconds, sorry, seconds from milliseconds, because it comes with milliseconds. So we divide on 1,000 to get a seconds. Then I do one more, divide by 60. This will give me a minutes. Don't repeat my mistake. Use all the time these operators if you want to do a math, not just put text slash. This will give me a minute, and I need one more 60 to have hours. Okay, so I will take my millisecond value, divide by 1,000, will get the seconds, then minutes, and then hours, and I need to multiply this by my price of the hour. So say it will be 200. So even though you might get like 100 bucks per hour if you will divide everything before taxes, your company pay way more. So it could be 200, it could be 150 or something for your company to get the price or cost of this event, right? Let's do a cost. That's it. And you close your parentheses. So now our parentheses closed, and we got that stuff working. Last thing I want to add will be a link to my event if I want to check what is so costly, right? So I can just click on it and see. For the link, I'll show you how to do it. So you can start with this one, but for some reason, Google API, the Google Calendar API returns as the wrong link here. So we will need to fix it, and I'll show you how to fix it in several seconds. So now we will start with some kind of mistake thing. So as you see, I do one more line and then dashes and then one more line. Maybe these separators not so important. You can put whatever you like, and any format actually you want. I just do something that will be convenient for me maybe to see. And now I put in this advanced settings, I'll put my a new row separator. So this will be one event, and I'll have more, and all of them will be separated by something. So this something is a new row. That's it. So our automation almost done. So see, it's not complex at all, and you actually will get the template for it, so you can just change a couple of things, create your connection, and it will work. So as you see, I executed it and I got my events. So I have 4 of them, all good. So see here, I got name of the event, then price or cost, I have a link, and so on for all 4 my events in here. So now what I need to do is just email it. So you type email, and the first module that will pop up will be email. So you click on email and send email. Super easy and simple. A connection that you want to create should be either paid Google account, Microsoft account, different SFTP. If you, for whatever reason, using free Google account, there will be like a separate manual for it, and you will see a link on top to this dedicated manual. So for now, I'm going to use paid Google account. With this, I just put name and click next. With the advanced manual, you will know how to build your own for free account, right? So if you have free Google account, not paid one, not Google Suite, which you potentially should have, right? Then you need to do it. With a paid account, just click save, just select Google restricted, put your name and click save button. This will lead you to, again, connect authorization Google. I select my paid Google account to go with it, and just provide, again, will be asked about the authorization. So this will be it. And now we got our email connected. So I just need to put 2 address, right? I will use my demo email and a subject, your daily meetings summary. Okay. I switched this to a text. You can go with a HTTP. In this case, as a separator, you can use, BR, the line break. Looks like this. So if you want to make it super nice HTML, right? So you put this into your separator here, right? So this will be like other and then BR. I just use simple text, completely enough for this tutorial and actually for the rest stuff. And see, I just put my generated text in here, nothing else. So this will send me an email, and let's go and check it real quick how this will look like. And I will go quickly with a fix for event link. So see, email was sent. If I go to my inbox, that should pop up right in here as a new email. Might take some time for Google to refresh the page, and see I got 4 my events with a cost of it. So I see cost depending on the length of my meeting, right? And this is just my time. So you can calculate number of your colleagues and so on, and go with a way more advanced stuff. So this is just my time I spent on this meeting, right? Okay, so see here, right? This link. And the thing is, Google, for some reason, returns us a wrong URL. So we will need to do a quick fix on it. So don't worry, I'll show you what we need to do. And it actually comes from this place. So if you open your account, right, you will see some URL. That URL contains the part that we need to have. But instead of it, we're getting a bit different from Google API, so we need to fix it. So what I do here, I will copy this part of the URL before the ID. So you see here everything, including the edit and the slash after it. So just Control-C, Command-C, or just right-click for copy of this, right? So then what you need to do, you need to go to your scenario and add a replace function to this one. So 3 options to get the function. Either you type replace and open parentheses, or you do just a search to find this function here. So if you type the replace in the first tab, you will see this replace function, and you put your cursor in a place you want to add it, and it appears. Or you go to text functions and you just find and click it here. Okay, so I will, if you open it this way, just remove first argument. So see here, I want to replace literally inside my URL something with something. So this something we will just need to copy from this module. And what we'll replace with is already in our buffer. So I just copied it and pasting from my Google Calendar. So see here, everything, including event edit and slash. So I close my parentheses. So we're missing this argument, but I will need to click OK to save the changes I made, right? And I go to my first module to take what exactly we need to replace. And this exactly will be our wrong URL that you actually see in our email, right? So see here, we got this added, blah, blah, blah. So I want to open this, right? Just copy from my first module and copy everything before add ID once again, right? Right click, Control-C, whatever you like better, and open this module and paste it into a second argument. So we will take this link and we'll take this part of it will be replaced with a new, and the rest will be appended kind of. So literally append this ID from this URL to a new piece of it. And that's it. So now I can run my scenario and go to email to see the fixed changes. And my URL for the event now should work. Okay, so I do see this UR, event ID, and so on. So let's just click on it. And that brings me exactly to the event. If you want to cancel it, update it, or do so. And if you think it's good enough, just click like button or comment below and subscribe to my channel to get more advanced tricks. And now we go to quick advanced feature that will help us to get a cost of event right inside the event name. So for this, you simply click this green button and you put your iterator here, and another green button click and array aggregator. So with these guys, we will reassemble our, and you see here, I just drag it to my blue thing. This adds as a router automatically, or you can just click the right button also if you don't see it, and just drag it to router. So what I need to do with this one, I just want to check if this event, say internal, right? Then I just can calculate the cost of all of my guys thing, and maybe just cancel it or so. So I will take only internal events, because I don't want to say cancel event with a Google or the Microsoft customer or so, right? So I have the, say, where is Tesla, right? Yeah, so product demo for Tesla, right? Let's move it a bit overnight. So we have this, right? So I don't want to miss this event, but say I want to cancel this maybe, and this and this. So I want to put a cost on these guys, right? Only internal events. That's kind of costless for me. Okay, so I will iterate, in this case, my attendees. So see here, we have attendees array. So we will iterate all attendees, and here in attendee, I will put my piece of my email. So my company calls Acme, right? And I just take this piece to say automation to take, because as soon as I put attendees here, so see it iterates each of these attendees from event, and I will say if email, so this should pop up already in your thing, right? If email, say contains, and a filter, and I put my Acme. Then what I want to do, I want to aggregate all these emails. So see here, right? So email and the source module iterator. So two things that you need to select. So we will like reassemble my events, and I'll show you what it does. So if you run this, you will be already able to see that we took the 4 events, right? So we checked all these guys from here, right? And we selected the only guys who from Acme. The guy from Tesla, who is Musk, almost guy, right, was filtered. So one more thing that you need to add here will be stop processing after empty aggregation. So this would allow us to literally filter only our company events thing, okay? So let's run it once again. Okay, see how it works. So we got our Musk guy, from the Tesla event, but we will filter it here. So literally by comparing a number of attendees in filtered array with the attendees of original event, and it works super simple. So next step, what I want to do, I want to update my event. So for this, simply select this, or just type if you don't see it for some reason. So update an event and drag it to this module. So now you select your connection. It should be the one if you have just one. As a calendar ID, you just click in here, you select your calendar, and we're going to map event ID because it will be dynamic. So you just select event ID here. And as event name, I just want to put something updated. So this updated will be expression that we can copy from here. I just literally go and copy this line of cost. Okay. And event name, right? I want to update it with a, say, prepend a cost to event name. So I will easily see it and understand how much this cost for me. This is just an option. You can put something like way more, advanced, some notes, some email, some Slack message, and so I'm just showing you the options to achieve it real quick. So, because again, this is an internal event, so you're letting everybody know how much it costs. So this will be cost just for this amount of guys, means one guy, right? One guy, 150. So what you can do, because we have this attendees array, right, that we're going to use actually in our filter here. Also, we need to make sure this is internal event. And for this, we're going to compare attendees and you go all the way down to array's length. So array length equal to, okay, and in here you put a new array. So what we did here, we filtered array with only our guys. So that means the only internal were all emails inside our ACME with our actually ACME emails, right, will be passed here. So if this event will have at least one guy with external email, that event will be filtered, so no updates, no change. Okay. Again, this just to show you features and options that you may use. So I will connect this my thing here. And now what I also can do, you remember this multiplier of 150, that's just one guy. I want to multiply this by number of my user. Again, don't use text, use operators if you want to get it correctly. And that's what we are going to do. You just type length, or you go to array also has length, probably. Yeah. So the function actually the same. So you just type length, or you select it from array or from text. So length, and inside this length, you put again your attendees. Okay, so what it does, it literally will calculate a length of attendees, which is number of people inside the event, and you could put some universal multipliers. So say you expect more important guys, you put 200, you can put 250 maybe, right? To do some at least average. That's it. So as soon as you run this, it will find all internal events for today and will add a cost to their name. Don't forget to add the name itself because you will overwrite it. So you just put a space and a summary. Okay, so this will literally prepend a cost of event to event name. Click OK. And you can save this time to time to make sure it's saved and you won't lose the changes. And now I will run my scenario. So this will send me a mail once again, and that will update all my events on today, right? All internal events with their costs. So let's run and let's see how it worked. So you see this was 4 events, but only 3 was passed, just because as we spoken, right? So this attendees for first event, third and second has the same number of attendees as attendees from filtered, right? So that are internal events. This one has fewer attendees in filtered. See just one collection comparing to original one. That means external guy, and we filter this one. So we updated all these 3 events, and now we can quickly jump and see it in here. So as you see, our names for the events already prepended with a cost of this event, and this is how you got similar to Shopify feature without going and building something, spend money and so on. So that thing will cost you literally almost nothing. So with a free make account, you will get 1,000 operation per month. So currently you spend 1, 2, 3 plus 8. So it's 6 plus 8. It's a 14 operations, right? And you, with the 14 operations, say we'll run it every day, right? So every day, depending on the number of events here and there, it could change. But even if you will run this whole complete thing with, say, at least 20, I don't know, operations by our 22, say, business days. So see, you won't even get outside the free quota for that particular operation with a, with this only, you will can always use it on free account. That's it. So your operation saved, it will run every day in the morning and will send you a summary just as we configure it, right? With a link you can go to check and see the particular event and cost of it for your time, and will update event with the total cost of your company. So that's automation that we built in probably less than 20 minutes maybe with a advanced even option, right? But technically you should spend 5 to 10 minutes to build the basic one, and put it to work on your behalf. Okay, and finally, how to get this automation in, as I promised, as just several of clicks, right? So you simply click on create a new scenario. Again, you see empty canvas. You download the scenario blueprint, as we call them, just a JSON file. As you can see here, this is how it will look like as soon as you download it. And then you simply click on import a blueprint here, right? Select choose file, and you simply select the file that you downloaded. As soon as you did it, you will have this template in front of you. So what you will need to do, if you don't have connections yet, just open each of this module. Doesn't change anything yet. Just click on the create a connection, because the module won't pop up for you if you don't have make account and connections yet, right? So it will just ask you to create a connection. So you create connection as we spoken, right? So you click just next, right? So just create a new connection and authorize your thing. Then you select authorized access to your Google account. Then you select your calendars, like the calendar that you want to track changes. You select also your time, right? With the intervals of, as we spoken, say days of a week. And for example, I want to set Monday to Friday, and say I want to set it to I don't know, like 6 a.m. You can type it as I typing here, or you can select or click on this. It's way faster and easier. And then just click OK. Then you go with the interval. So for this particular quick demo, in the beginning, I used the now and next 24 hours. So what you can do, right? So you can use, say, now, if you will run it in the morning, say 6 a.m. So you can use plus 12. So this understandable. If you will plan to run it like every evening, say 8 p.m. or something, to have overview before like next day to plan it, you may do like 24 hours still, right? So say from 8 p.m. to 8 p.m. whatever corresponds your trigger. If you want to run it weekly, just increase, say, put here add days plus 7. Okay, so this now is set. So what you also need to check is basically your emails, right? So where the email will be sent, don't send it to me, right? So just put your email here. And one more thing will be a filter. So if you use this part, if you want to filter your company names here, so once again, I use this to filter only the meetings that are internal, right? So I'm filtering internal thing, and then I'm matching the number of attendees. If the filtered number of attendees matching with the initial one, then I will update the cost, right, of the meeting. So you just update this filter with the domain literal of your company. You may put like or condition if your company has several domains, or you expect to have some external company or guy, right? So you can add like or rule here. So either this, my company, or this, right? And you go and yeah, just double check this one. Just once again, if you create a connection here, so this potentially should auto-populate with the only connection you have already. If it doesn't, just select the proper connection. This will pop up, and make sure you select your calendar also. Here it will be like a red, non-selected. That's it. So this basically will update the price with the prepend amount. Make sure your amount of like hourly price is set here properly. Okay. That's basically it. So now your template is set. So you click just save button, make sure this is correctly set to proper trigger, and you just activate your scenario. So as soon as you did this, it will automatically run and will bring you new data. So again, if you like this idea, please click the like button, subscribe my channel, and see you soon with the following interesting ideas. Bye.